If you need a buzz, no, it is not tough. There is a place you love, the Social Buzz Club, the place that you need to be set free. They'll make you feel at home like a king on his throne. Information you love, the Social Buzz Club will help you with your goals and help you take the toll. No, you can't go wrong, socialbuzzclub.com. So do not delay, visit today.
All right. Hello and welcome to yet another awesome training brought to you by Social Buzz University. I'm Laura Rubenstein, the president of Social Buzz Club. First, a little housekeeping here for you people today. We are engaging and interacting at Social Buzz U. That's Social Buzz, the letter U.com. So if you're live with us today, feel free to tell us where you're at. What part of the world. I'm in San Diego. Tad here is in the Rockies, right outside of Denver. We're excited to have him. And let us know you're here. Say hi. And this area is great to ask questions. We're going to get to those questions at the very end of the presentation. So stay until the end because sometimes the best content gets revealed at the end. And also, we love your tweets. You see that SBuzzU hashtag. Feel free to use that if you get a nugget today because we want to know what you're learning. And we'll give you a mention back or a like. So thanks for that. But, you might be wondering, what is this Social Buzz Club? What can it do for you? So imagine influential online networkers, colleagues, people you've admired for a while, sharing links to your blog post, your valuable content, maybe your podcast or your videos or your funnel pages, your landing pages, your freebies, anything that's high value. And what are they doing? They're sharing it to their social media fans, friends, followers, connections online, which increases traffic to your website because they're sharing those links to those pages, to your podcast, get more downloads. Why not? We've seen members report increases of traffic by 60% all the way up to 1,000% or more. So it's really a great buzz marketing tool and an influencer marketing platform. So in addition, twice a month, we're here bringing you dynamic speakers and the latest training on how to propel your business to the next level. And in fact, we have a library of over 200 of these trainings, which comes free, by the way, with a Social Buzz Club membership. We have people like talking about how to land speaking engagements, get published, market your books more, build profit, build funnels like today, become a really empowered speaker, use LinkedIn for lead generation and more, storytelling. We've got R.V. Robinson, Rory Ramsden, Glenn Ledwell talking about how to create JV partnerships, Marsha Bench, Iman Age, Ryan Foland, and so many more. The entire library of trainings, including today's, is in with at socialbuzzclub.com in our library area, in our university area. So stay again till the end because I have a very important bonus for you and a gift for those of you who want to take advantage of both our influencer marketing platform and the whole extensive library. So without further ado, I want to introduce Tad because he's chomping here at the bits. Hi, Tad. Tad Stevens is an author and speaker and coach who launches online businesses without tech and time overload. We love that. He guarantees results for coaches, speakers, entrepreneurs, and business owners. And today he's going to reveal how he gets those results with 15-day funnels. And what are those? Can't wait, Tad. Tad's also the founder and president of CPE Think, and he's been in love with internet marketing since 2004. Tad, I know you have been like a whiz. We've done lots of brainstorming and masterminding together. So hailing from the Colorado Rockies, welcome, Tad.
Thank you, Laura. Really appreciate it. Excuse me. Glad to be here and great to talk about this. I love just talking about this stuff. So we've got a lot to cover today, so I'm going to go pretty quickly. If you've got questions, please put them in the chat like Laura asked, and we will get to them. So today we're going to talk about a different approach to funnels, and we're going to do it quickly. So this is not going to be the traditional ascension funnel or upward sales ladder or just sales ladder that a lot of you have probably heard of. These include most of the big names that you're looking at, if you're looking at funnels today, Frank Kern, Russell Brunson, Jeff Walker, those kinds of guys, that is what they do. Who am I, where I came from? Laura touched on a lot of this, so I'll just go through this real quickly because I'm not that important. I've been in business in tech for over 25 years. I've been a consultant. I founded cpethink.com in 2004. That's still going, as Laura said. Made a ton of mistakes over the years. I know where there's a lot of potholes. I've been doing funnels and doing these types of things for about the last 7 years. I started virtual summits a couple years ago, doing that too. And then I do a little affiliate marketing here and there. So I have had my fingers in a lot of different things over the years. But what I want to talk about today are, as we said, a different kind of funnel. Now, this is a traditional funnel. This is a diagram of what I consider to be a traditional ascension funnel. Next step, sales ladder. I mean, it looks like steps, so on and so forth. You look at the bottom, somebody doesn't know you, you prompt them with a free gift to get an opt-in. You follow up with what some people call a tripwire product, which is basically just a low-end entry-level product. You can have another product in there. Then you up them a little bit to say like a $500 offer. Maybe it's a signature program. Maybe it's a component of your signature program. You get them into that, and then you get them into your $25,000 mastermind, your weekend retreat, your whatever it is that happens to be your high ticket offer. This is traditional. This is the way most people sell it, promote it, look at it, try to work it. It can be not so simple. This is a funnel I found from a gentleman by the name of Dean Holland, and he has an awesome funnel, by the way. I'm not putting this down at all. This is an awesome, awesome funnel. It has 12 steps, starts off with an opt-in with a freebie in the top left, and ends with a $13,000 product in the bottom right. And it works. It works great. Dean's very good at this kind of stuff. He's been working at it for quite a while, and it's not simple, but it does work. But think about all the different assets that he had to create, all the landing pages, all the content, all the sales pages, all the cart pages, all the thank you pages. I mean, all that stuff. The problems.
All the emails.
All the emails. Oh, tons and tons of, I mean, each email, you have to have an email sequence for each thing after, or each step after in the funnel. So
Right.
Some of the problems with a lot of this is that you need to at least design all these components up front, all the emails, all the landing pages, all the graphics, all the sales pages, all the cart pages, all that kind of stuff. You have to at least design it. You have to build out a good portion of it to allow people to come into it and to progress up the funnel. It's complicated. If anybody has ever checked out Jeff Walker's product launch formula, which is awesome, by the way. I've done product launch formulas for several clients, and it is an awesome design, an awesome template, but it's complicated. I mean, each individual piece is complicated. It takes a long time. It's slow. It has a high cost. My time, your time. How much is that worth? Even if you don't spend any money, the amount of time that you're going to spend on this is going to be high. And before you get any revenue, you have to sorry about that. Before you get any revenue, you have to build out all this stuff. So you don't get anything up front for the costs that you're incurring, either your time or money. And most of the people, and this is my belief, and from what I've seen, is that most of the people that are going to get into the lower part of your funnel for your free ticket thing, your free PDF, your checklist, your video walkthrough, whatever it is, most of those folks are looking for free stuff. So if you're really looking to up them the sales ladder, you're going to have a lot more traffic coming in, because most of those people, I mean, 80–90% of them, in my estimation, are looking for free stuff. They're not looking for Dean's $13,000 product. So who do you want to come into your funnel? Maybe you've seen, and I love this campaign, Russell Brunson's "You're one funnel away." You know, you're just one funnel away from this. That is true. I totally agree with that. What he doesn't say in that campaign is the 50 funnels that you have to build, try it, and fail before you get to that one funnel away. A buddy of mine has been running a consultancy for CPA firms for 12 years. And a couple years ago, he was just starting to take off, and we were working out a campaign together we were going to use on my website. And we were laughing because people had called him an overnight success because they didn't see him one day and the next day they saw him and all his products, all his offers. And he was joking. He said, Tad, I've been doing this for 10 years. He said, they just didn't see me until now. So we have the joke in our agency is we call ourselves a 10-year overnight success. And it has been my experience. That's a lot of the cases that are out there. I know I struggled for years and years and really didn't get any traction. So, the one funnel away thing, it's a great marketing campaign, but keep that in mind. It's a marketing campaign. I don't know anybody that's just done one funnel and hit it out of the park. It just doesn't happen that way. Other common mistakes that I see when most people get hung up, they get into building their funnel, they come to a point where it's just not working for them. This is what I see is most of the cause of that. First off is their offer's not fully developed or vetted. A lot of people want to jump into internet marketing without a completely vetted, delivered offer. They haven't delivered it. They're not sure about it. They're not comfortable delivering it. And one of the rules of thumb or litmus tests that I use to determine is your offer ready is would you guarantee it? If you would guarantee it, then it's ready because you wouldn't guarantee it if it wasn't. The other thing is would you present it if you didn't get paid? Do you feel comfortable enough that you could just deliver it and you really enjoy it? I mean, it's your offer. You really want to do that. If you can answer those two questions, then yeah, you probably have an offer ready to be delivered and you will at least be able to get it to scale at some point. And a lot of people will also, even if they do vet their offer, a lot of them will sell the product. They fall in love with their product. This is my product. It does this, it cuts the grass, it makes coffee, it delivers the paper in the morning, whatever it does. They sell their product instead of the transformation that their product provides. And many people that have a product that have fallen in love with it, when I ask them, what is the transformation that your offer provides for the people that use it? They don't know. But that's it. And another way to look at it, I mean, that is the thing that I stress with offers is you stress the transformation, excuse me. Another way to put it is you sell the destination, not the plane ride. I mean, how many people have looked at going on a vacation and say, oh boy, I get to sit next to the engine on the plane. Nobody does that. It's not the plane ride that people are buying. It's the destination that they get to. The other thing that a lot of people get into a rut with their offer is they're not sure or they haven't looked to see if they have an audience for it. I mean, there are two parts to all internet marketing in my world. There is offers and there is traffic. If your offer is fully developed, vetted, you can deliver it on demand, you feel comfortable doing it, you feel you can eventually get it to scale, or you can already get it to scale, you know what the transformation is, then you have an offer. You have a good offer that you can go with. Next thing to do is look at your audience. Does your offer resonate? Does the transformation of your offer resonate with your audience? You have to look at that because people, again, they're buying the destination. They're not buying the plane ride. And a lot of times, this can be kind of a chicken and egg argument, but I always start with my offer. What is my offer? I get it at least outlined in enough detail that I could deliver it, that I'm comfortable that it'll work, that it will provide the transformation that people are looking at it for. And at the same time, I'm looking at my audience. And after I get both of them, then it's a lot of back and forth of tweaking this, working that. Maybe I'm targeting a little off here, or I need to add this or take this out of my offer. But you start with the offer, and then you go to the audience. Okay. As far as the audience goes, this is another big mistake that I see people make, is they really don't get into defining their audience. And I don't have this on a slide, but I wanted to mention this, is there is a process out there with a tool, with the graphic tool called an empathy map. And it is one of the best, audience or traffic or avatar definition tools that I've seen. It's visual. It's fairly easy to go through. It's pretty quick. Just Google empathy map and you'll see a lot of them. You can download it. I think there's several Google Sheets or Google Docs that it's on, and almost no one does this. Literally 99 out of 100 people that I talk to do not do their audience definition anywhere near this level of detail. And it's super important. And as I say here at the bottom of the slide, is I spend more time on this than almost any other part of my funnels. And I force my clients to go through this, because what happens is once you go through this empathy map or this process or whatever one you use, is you will understand what does it feel and look like to be that person. You'll understand the message, the conversation that's going on in their head that you want to join. You'll understand the phrases that they use. You'll understand the phrases that they don't use. And after you get done with this, if you fill it out completely, is you will have literally 90% of your copywriting done for you. I know copy is another thing that people get stuck on. I get stuck on it. And most of the time, it is not because you're not a good copywriter. It is more likely because you don't understand your avatar and your audience. I believe Gary Halbert, a very famous copywriter who passed away recently, was famous for saying, after he won a huge copywriting contest, beat out 10 of the world's best copywriters, somebody asked him, said, Gary, how did you become such a great copywriter? How did you win this contest with really great copy? And he looked at him and he said, I'm not a great copywriter. He said, most of the people in this contest are better copywriters than I am. I won this contest because I defined my target audience better than anybody else. And he meant it. And it is true to the point that I don't know how to stress it more, but get the empathy map, define your target audience, define your avatar, and then use it for all of your copywriting. So let's back up a little bit. This is a lot of intro, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm not saying these traditional ascension funnels with the lead magnet to opt in, to tripwire, to entry-level product. I'm not saying those are bad, and they're not by any means. What I'm saying is just don't start there. Another gentleman who I respect quite a bit said that his mentor told him that whenever you're looking to build a marketing campaign, never start at the bottom and build your way up. He always said, start at the top with your high ticket item, build your way down, and then scale up. And then that's what we're going to start looking at here next. So everybody really, really wants lead gen and funnels. I mean, I need Facebook ad help. I need to run Facebook ads. What's a good funnel tool? And to me, those are not the place to start. And those are a lot of the reason why a lot of people's funnels and lead gen efforts fail, is because they didn't do the proper work on their offers and their avatar. And what they need to do first are work with their offers and their avatar. Once they do that, the automation in the funnel part, that will come, and it comes after, it comes last. So in looking at all this and struggling with the Jeff Walker style funnels, the Russell Brunson Ascension funnels, I came up with, which is really not my idea, but I took several different ideas and I found a shortcut that to me works super fast. It's way less expensive in time and money, and it's based on 4 simple ideas. One is the KISS principle, to keep it super simple. You remember Dean's 12-step funnel. That is not the KISS principle. That is not simple. It will be super complicated and take a long time to build. The second is the Pareto Principle, which a lot of people call the 80-20 rule. It was developed by an Italian economist, I believe in the 1800s. And basically what it states is that outputs are disproportionate to inputs, meaning that 20% of your effort provides 80% of your results. And I thought, well, okay, that's great, but can I do better? So what is 20% of 20% of my effort? That's 4% of your effort provides a little more than 50% of your results. If you really, really want, you can take it down even further. But think about that. If you could take 4% of what you work on for your marketing, and you could apply that to just what works, the 4% that works, and it produced half your results, that's where I want to spend my time. The second thing is to take the first two, and then money loves speed, which I wished I could remember who said that, where I heard that. But I mean, a great example of this would be Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft is notorious for getting products out the door that don't really work. But they understand that first to market a lot of times is more important than getting it perfect. 80% and done is well, and get it out the door, because you're never going to get to 100% anyway, and you can always come back and improve it. I saw this, the basic downward sales funnel idea. The first time I saw it, I was from a post I saw by Elon Musk, who is the Tesla Motors founder. And he basically said when he started Tesla is he didn't want to take all his investors' money because he wasn't sure it was going to work. So he took some money and took most of his own, and he created a very low volume car, which would be expensive. And if you remember Tesla when it first came out, I don't remember the model of the car, but it was expensive. I mean, it was tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. He sold that. He took the money that he made from that, and then he built a mid-tier level car that he sold for medium price. And then he took the money that he made from that, and he sold a high volume car with a low price. And then it says here he also provided solar power. Well, we're not going to do solar power here, but it's the same basic idea. You start with your high ticket item, you sell just a few of those, and you take that money and you build your mid-ticket item. You sell more of those and you take that money, and that's when you build your do-it-yourself or your low ticket items. Myself, I really don't want to go there. I stay in the top in the mid-tier because that's what I like to do. And then the fourth part of this that I looked at that really clicked for me was a book by a gentleman named Chet Holmes. Again, unfortunately, Chet passed away a couple years ago, but in his book, he identified that there's different stages of buyers. You can split buyers up into 5 basic tiers or categories. And what I want to focus on for my high ticket items is I want to focus on the top 3%, because in Chet's data, he found that 3% of his market was looking to buy today, right now. If he could get in front of them, they had a problem, they needed it solved right now. So that 3% is who he focused on. That is all he focused on. And on this chart right here, I say 90% of your effort. You could even put 100% of your effort. A lot of times that's what I do. Focus on the 3%. What are the phrases? What are the problems? What are the thoughts going through their head? What are the conversations they have in their head? That's how you want to structure your marketing and your copy, just for those 3%, not for anybody else. Because remember, you're selling your high ticket item. They're looking for that solution. They're looking for the transformation that your high ticket offer provides for them. And they're ready. They have the willingness, they have the ability, and they're ready to go right now. So what I got out of this, and I call it a descension funnel or a downward sales ladder, kind of like I described earlier, where you build from the top down. You start with your high ticket offer and you descend down as you build it. This provides capital or money for you to use and to have coming in while you're working on it, as opposed to starting down here where you have no money and you're building out all these assets. So let's do a quick comparison. Typical ascension funnel, you start with a giveaway, free thing. You have a tripwire product or a low ticket item. Then you escalate them to a medium ticket, then a high ticket, and then as high as you can go. Problem with these is you must design all the offers and traffic up front. It's more complicated. It's time consuming, slow and difficult, has a higher cost, and no revenue to start. The descension funnel or the downward sales ladder model, you start with a high ticket item. Usually that's a personal one-on-one service, a done for you service, something like that. And that's it. I mean, you can look at group at this point, but I like to just stay at the top. So you have a high ticket item. That's all you have. You don't build any lead magnets. You don't build any email sequences. You don't build any sales or landing pages. I mean, for my offer, which I'll show you later if you're interested, I don't have a sales page. All I have is a cart page. I mean, it is super simple. The good part about this is you only have to design the high ticket thing up front. Whatever your thing is up here, that's all you have to design. That makes it far less complicated, makes it very much faster and easier. It's a much lower cost because you don't have to build all these assets. It doesn't take all the time. And you make money at the beginning. So you have higher revenue to start out with. So let's go through 3 steps on how you do this. And this really is it. I mean, this is really how I do it for myself and my clients. Is first off, you craft a no-brainer high-ticket offer. Use the KISS principle, Pareto principle, the money, love, speed, and Chet Holmes 3%. You just focus on the 3%, nobody else. And what this looks like when you're going to have, when you're done, is you're going to have a 3 to 5 point outline on the offer that you can deliver. You don't have to build the offer first. You just need to be able to deliver it, know and feel in your bones that you can deliver it. It has minimal preparation time, minimal cost, and a lot of people call this a minimum viable offer. It has minimal time to deliver. So like we're doing now, an online delivery type system, maybe videos here and there, but you don't build a lot of delivery. It is simple. It is quick, and it's very easy to fulfill. Again, a minimum viable offer. So quick case study here, I guess is what I would call it, is I had a client, I think about 2.5 years ago, named Jack. Jack was a life coach. Jack had a great deliverable product. He was comfortable with it. He'd been doing it for years. It was his thing. And he charged $1,500 a month with a 12-month subscription. So Jack was selling an $18,000 product. He only had a 300-person email list, and he could deliver his product, or he could deliver his offer really well if he got somebody one-on-one, in person, or referral. He wanted to expand a little bit, and he needed to fill up his calendar. Jack and I sat down, and we looked at his list, we looked at his offer, and I said, let's try this. And this is really what triggered this method for me. This is what told me that this works, and where I started using it. We came up with an email and phone sequence. First email was Jack would send out to his list of 300. He would say, hey, list, I'm updating my program for this year. I would really like to sit down with you for 5 minutes on the phone. And if you could just tell me, anything I'm leaving out or something I need to take out, I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate your input. If you've got 5 minutes, that'd be great. Sent that email out. 2 days later, he'd follow up with a phone call. He only sent it out to like 20, 25 people at a time, so he could do the phone follow-up. And then 2 days after the phone, he sent another email. Hey, list, did you have time to see my first email? I left you a voicemail. If you got 5 minutes, that's all. I'd just really like to go over my program with you. Then he'd follow up with another phone call 2 days after that. And then 2 days after that, he'd follow up with the final email saying, hey, list, just want to check and see if you had time. If not, no worries. But if you got 5 minutes, let me know, because I'd like to talk. Jack sold 3 programs in the first week. And within the first 30 days, he filled up his calendar for the entire year. Now, Jack was very comfortable with his offer. He knew his offer inside and out. He could deliver it. He wasn't afraid of talking to people about it. And his list was fairly warm. He just never put anything out there to his list. He kept in touch with them. He sent them, I think, a weekly newsletter. He just never offered him anything. But we came up with this one just straight up offer. Basically, once he got him on the phone, actually, it wasn't. I take that back. I'm sorry. Jack's case, he didn't even come up with the offer. He just got him on the phone and explained what his offer was, and they asked to buy. And that right there told me that we found something. I didn't realize or didn't think about Chet's 3% at the time, but that was Jack's 3%. He got in front of enough of his audience that he focused on the messaging to just the 3%, and they took him up on it, literally without him making the offer. Okay, the second thing you're going to want to do in this program, or in my approach in my program, is you're going to want to make a 10 to 15 minute sales video. Very short, to the point. No front-end giveaways, no lead magnets, no checklist, nothing like that. Just come up with a video that basically puts your offer out there. And the way I format these videos is really very simple. Is you have a hook. If I could do X for you in Y amount of time, would you take me up on it? Or something like, do you want to do X in Y amount of time without any expensive tools? Let me know. I'd like to talk to you. I mean, straight up offer, whatever, however you would say that in your voice. Just get it out there in that video. So you have your hook, then you have your introduction, just like I did in this video, or just like I did in this presentation. You know, Tad Stevens, I've done all this stuff. One slide, nothing more. Make it short, quick, to the point. Then you go in and you start talking about the problems that your audience will have. And you'll know what these problems are because you will have done your empathy map. You pull these straight out of your empathy map. Then after you talk about the problems, you get people involved, then you reference a third-party solution, like I did with Tesla. You know, I saw this because so-and-so did this over here in this industry. That gives it authority. That gives what you did authority because somebody else has done it as well. Okay. After you do that, then you start talking about the steps that you will take to solve this problem. And this is where before you've been emotional, now you want to switch and be a little logical. So now, as we are here, I'm going through step by step on how you do this. This is how you actually accomplish it. And then after that, you come back with you remind them about the emotional hooks that you said, and then you present your call to action. And that's it. No more than 10, 15 minutes tops. In fact, I like to keep mine under 10 minutes. Mine are usually about 7 or 8 minutes long. Super simple and fast. I mean, the thing is with this is that if somebody will watch your video and they will go through, like I put an assessment below my video, 5 questions. And the questions are basically qualifying the people that have watched the video. If people will watch the video and fill out those questions, which the last one includes their email address, then they are interested in what I'm talking about. They wouldn't fill out the assessment questions unless the video resonated with them. And the video wouldn't have resonated with them unless they were my 3% looking for that solution. And what this does is it brings people to your assessment call, your onboarding call, whatever you want to call it, that have qualified themselves. So there's very little selling on your part at this point. You present your offer, you present your price, and they either want it or they don't. And what I've found is almost, at least half the time, I would guess. The numbers I have are really close to that, is because they've gone through that process, they're already sold. And so they're just going to take you up on your offer, excuse me. Okay. The other case study I have is a gentleman that we'll call Bob. His name's not really Bob, but we're going to call him Bob. And we did a Jeff Walker product launch formula funnel for Bob. And it took us 6 months to do this. And Bob was super happy with the result. It was detailed. We had all the moving parts. We had all the giveaways. We had 5 sales videos that were 35 to 40 minutes each. And they followed Jeff's formula to the T. They resonated with people that watched them. They were really great. We got up to the day to launch, and Bob didn't want to launch. And I tried to get Bob to launch. It was his email list. I couldn't make him launch, but he decided he didn't want to. And as near as I can tell, Bob didn't want to put himself out there. He was nervous. He was nervous. He wasn't confident. He wasn't sure about himself. And so he didn't do it. He wasn't sure about himself, his offer, the transformation that his offer provided. And so he just stopped. Bob was happy with my work. He was, fine with everything that we did. He just didn't launch. And he spent all this time, 6 months, all this money. I'm not going to tell you how much money he spent. And he didn't get a dime back. So he had this high cost, no revenue. And if Bob had started with his end product, his end high ticket item, he would have realized upfront before he spent any money that he didn't want to do this. He wouldn't have taken 6 months. He wouldn't have spent a lot of money, the large amounts of money that he did. He would have known up front. He still wouldn't have launched. I don't believe he would have launched one way or another, but he would have known and he wouldn't have spent the money. That's why I say start at the top and build down and then scale up. Okay, step 3, this is create a self-qualifying system. I already touched on that really. That's the assessment questions, the 5 assessment questions. This will eliminate most of the tire kickers and the wannabes. You're not going to get any freebie seekers at this point. You will have qualified them out of your funnel before they ever get this far. Okay, so recap. Create a no-brainer high-ticket offer. Super simple, easy, cost-effective, no-brainer offer that attracts the right prospect with the willingness and the ability to pay. Then you make a micro webinar or a micro VSL. You script and record it, just like this one that we're doing, kind of, except it'd be a little bit shorter than this. What it does is in the steps that are in the format that I told you about, it pre-frames your leads, works on cold traffic, warm traffic, hot traffic. If they get through the mini VSL or the micro webinar, the 8 to 10 minute video that I was talking about, then they are almost sold. But then you run them on step 3 through a self-qualifying system. That's the assessment, 5 questions or so. Keep them simple. The first question you start on the assessment, you make it a binary yes or no question so that it's non-threatening, so it gets them to click. Then you can start slowly getting more and more personal as you go. Your last question will probably be the most personal, and then then the only thing after that is to grab their email. You can do that, or you can do just what Jack did. I mean, if you've got a list, it's warm, you've got an offer that you're comfortable with, you can deliver, you can just basically send out an email that says, hey, can we get on the phone for 5 minutes? I'd really like to talk to you about, how I'm updating my offer and what I'm offering for 2021. Tell me what I'm leaving out. Tell me what I don't need. Would really appreciate your input. If they're not interested, there's a good chance they know somebody who might be. But getting on the phone with them, talking through it, that's when you're going to find that out for sure. And once you do one of these things, if you don't do what Jack did, or even if you do what Jack did, but if you don't do what Jack did and you do build one of these descension funnels, you get to use Social Buzz Club to promote it. I mean, Social Buzz Club is a great place for something like this. You promote it in Social Buzz Club. You give them a way to go to your landing page where your micro webinar or your mini VSL is with your assessment. They go straight there. If they're a fit, they'll go to the bottom of the assessment. You'll get their email and you can set up a call. So what I'm going to do, or what I want to do for Laura and anybody that's on this video or sees this video, is that let's get on a call, and in 15 minutes, we'll go through your offer, we'll go through your audience, we'll go through the funnel that you have or don't have, and we'll come up with how to turn this into one of these descension funnels. You'll have executable steps after this call that will allow you to go through and do this if you want to. And it's no charge because you're one of Laura's peeps. And I call it, normally it's, my product is 15-day funnels, but we're going to call this 15-minute funnels, because we're going to sit down and we're going to go through what you've got and see if it'll fit in this. And if it will, you'll have the steps to actually implement it. So if you want to do that, excuse me, just go to talk2tad.us, pick a time to chat, and we'll get on a call. Laura may join us. She may not. If she has time, that'd be great. But either way, it can be just us, and we'll walk through this and we'll see if we can figure out if you can build one of these things for you and how fast you can do it. And it is fast. So that is all I have. Any questions, put them in the chat. Happy to do that. Looks like we got a few minutes here.
Wow, that's really generous, Tad, of you to plan out their funnel in 15 minutes, get real clear on that. And then I think you're demonstrating the 15-day funnel, right? And why do you call it 15-day?
That's, well, the domain was available for one thing.
There you go.
It kind of flows. 15-day funnels, 15 in funnel started with an F. And then also it incorporates an element of time in my domain, which is important to me. And I wanted to be able to get something out quickly. I mean, I stress the KISS principle, the Pareto principle, money loves speed. Well, that's part of my offer. Well, if I can't do my own offer following those principles, then it's not much of an offer. The idea is to do your funnel in 15 days, get it built out there, ready to go, and then spend the next 15 days looking to get you your first client. And that's where the guarantee comes, is that I will guarantee you a client within 30 days. Build your funnel in 15, and the next 15 we spend marketing, bring somebody in, and it pays for the fee.
Woohoo! Love it. Well, and you mentioned then we can also use Social Buzz Club to get the word out. So I want to say another word about Social Buzz Club. For those of you who don't know, we really want you to be able to explode online, right? We want you to be known as a credible, visible person, and let us help you build our tribe. And especially if you have a funnel, why not? Why not use influencer marketing to explode your ability to reach millions of people that you otherwise wouldn't have access to, because influencers are sharing your funnel. I mean, your introduction to your funnel to their audiences. It could be your blogs. It could be your website. It could be that video, right? That video and that survey. Is that what they would share?
No, that would be a great thing to share. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and then, the more people you get seeing it, the more calls you're going to get, the more people you're going to have take you up on your offer. So I love the ability to reach these thousands and millions of fans and followers and connections that you wouldn't already have through that. So we're going to have a 14-day trial available for you, because Tad, we put together this through your affiliate with us and your audience that members are here, socialbuzzclub.com/TS trial. Feel free to check out that and just join us, try it out. We'll even support you in that. Now, if you want, and you know that this sounds really good, and you do say, hey, I want to take you up on the full blown thing, which is only $297 a year. I'm going to go ahead and give you 30 days of my assistant, my virtual assistant who does the buzz for us, to do it for you. We're going to set you up and we're going to do it for you. So a lot of times people will get memberships and they won't use them. Mm-hmm. Well, what you have to do is, if somebody joins at Social Buzz Premium, then we are going to give them 30 days. They have to pay for the annual. We're going to give them 30 days of my VA. I don't know where you can get a VA, for $297 anyway a month, just to do stuff for you.
No, I don't either.
You're going to get the whole platform. You're going to get the whole library of trainings, and you're going to get my VA for 30 days. If you want to keep her for 30 or more, doing your stuff, then it's $30 a month. It's like a real no-brainer. Okay. So that is my special offer to you today for that. And if you do take us up on that, then email me at laura@socialbuzzclub.com, and I'll send you my calendar link to book that first onboarding session so that I can give my VA everything she needs to do it for you. So you'll get a strategy session with me on top of that. So that's another $450 value. Thank you very much, people. So it's great. Yeah. And Colleen saying, thank you, Tad. Since she's just starting her funnel, makes complete sense. Awesome. And then we're going to be back with Marquesa Petway. She'll be talking to us about how to stand out on Zoom. So she's going to show you how to look good if you need to record a video. You can do it through Zoom. And she has some really awesome techniques that you've not even seen before, and ways to land business. So we've just got so much value to give you here. And do take Tad up on his offer, Colleen and everybody else who's watching here, because you want to talk through your funnel, right? You just want to talk through it. Make sure you know what's on that empathy map, what your compelling offer is, what's your guarantee. So we're going to just we're very generous here. And we're no joke. You can check out our recommendations, or at least mine, I know, on LinkedIn. I love my clients, and I do whatever it takes to make them happy and profitable. And I know you do too, Tad. So that's why we're here, and we've collaborated before in the past, and it's a pleasure to collaborate with you always. So, just talk to tad.us for sure. Plan your funnel for free. Come on. If you don't know if you want to use the Social Buzz Club, you don't know that you want my BA for a month, then go to the free trial, and which is socialbuzzclub.com/TS trial. and you can try it out on your own. If you have any troubles, of course, you can always email me at laura@socialbuzzclub.com. So thanks for being here. Ted, is there anything you want to leave people with? Like, what's the most important thing they can do next besides talk to you if they're not quite ready?
Besides that, I would say the most important thing is if they don't have their offer, figure out their offer, like we said. If they have their offer, then do their empathy map. And if they have their offer and their empathy map, then next step is just to build it. I mean, it really is that simple. But the offer takes a little bit, empathy map takes a little bit. Those are the big ones. Got to get those two right.
Yeah, so valuable. You know, you gave so much wisdom in like 35 minutes. It's incredible. Thank you so much. We will have you back again if you'll have us, and we'll see you soon, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.